Welcome everybody. Today your host Metal is speaking, and we will gonna explain today the Dravorn Black Ops. It is a shadow before the blade exists, or something like that for a phrase. And let's begin. If Dravorn spec ops are the blade after the target has been found, the Dravorn Black Ops are something colder, quieter, and more dangerous. They are the shadow before the blade is admitted to exist. Black Ops are not sent when Dravorn want to be seen. They are not sent when the message is public, the warning has been delivered, and everyone understands the consequences. They are sent before that, before the open conflict, before the public warning. Before a noble household gives the order to burn its own granary and blame the invaders. That is the heart of the Dravorn Black Ops. They are not there to rule from the shadows. They are not a secret police force watching every private life. They are not assassins for political convenience. Neither they are not Dravorn. My bad. They are not Dravorn seeking or sneaking around the galaxy because they cannot win openly. They are used when visibility would make the situation worse. That distinction matters. A Black Ops mission begins when the target is hidden, politically dangerous, uncertain, or connected to a larger collapse. Discovery itself may cause panic, retaliation, mass execution, planetary unrest, hostage killing, or even a wider war before civilians can be protected. So Black Ops move first, silently. No speeches, no banners, no heroic arrival. Just the quiet removal of the wire before the room catches fire. That is kinda poetic, isn't it? The Spec Ops, Black Ops, are true Dravorn only. Biological true Dravorn, synthetic, machine, ASI, and appropriate bodies in Aternus body Dravorn. Men, women, and other valid Dravorn forms can serve if they choose and if they are suited to the burden. But Coralax protected residents are not Black Ops. Restored warriors are not Black Ops. Old Imperial soldiers, priests, aliens, recovered, corrupted outsiders, and final war volunteers are also not Black Ops by default. This is not about personal value, it is about access. Black Ops methods are forbidden knowledge. Their work touches crucible security, internal Dravorn trust, Aegis X systems, identity locks, covert deployment, and sanctuary law decisions that cannot be outsourced. Nobody is forced into this work. A Dravorn Black Ops operator volunteers because they are accepted that some lives are saved by hands no one will ever thank. A normal Black Ops team usually numbers 20 to 30 by the true Dravorn operators. That number stays important here too. These teams are not planet clearing armies. They are not there to fix the whole biosphere or cleanse the whole cult or solve every infection chain on the world. They handle a target, a hidden command parasite, an infected noble or governor, a sabotage note, a recoverable witness who must be removed before the knives come out. The work is target bound. If the problem grows beyond that, Then the Black Ops team do not pretend to be enough. They mark the threat, recover what can be recovered, and call for a broader Dravorn response. This is how the Dravorn stay logically, terrifyingly, without becoming cartoonish infinitive. A team may win its mission completely, and then the planet may still need years of work. That is not failure, that is scale. Their structure follows the same Dravorn principle as Spec Ops. No conventional ranks, no medals of superiority, no officer class standing above the rest. Authority is functional. A person leads because they carry the mission burden, or because that part of the operation belongs to their experience. A Black Ops team may have a mission anchor who holds the entire operation steady. Silent pairs who move closest to the living threat. Pathfinder pairs who confirm roads no one else can see. A solos linked analysis who reads patterns through the systems and mission data. An evidence keeper who protects proof from being destroyed or corrupted. A recovery hand who extracts survivors, children, or salvageable persons. Again, these are all duties, not status. The Dravorn do not ask who stand about whom. They ask who carries responsibility here. Visually, Black Ops are different from Spec Ops. Where Spec Ops can appear as the visible blade, Black Ops are hidden hand. Their Aegis X armor is hooded, cloaked, and sensor damped. The silhouette is narrower. The light signature is reduced. Blue energy lines are kept subtle. Weapons are concealed. Surfaces are quiet. Identity distortion and stealth architecture shapes the entire presence. If the Spec Ops look like the answer after the question has been solved, Black Ops look like the question was never allowed to reach the room. They still use blades, no guns, no firearms, no loud imperial answer. They use blades, knives, hidden weapons, close quarter execution tools, and total destruction instruments when the target requires it. The no-gun logic is not weakness. It reinforces the Dravorn identity. It means precision, silence, containment, and the refusal to turn every mission into a battlefield spectacle. A gun announces the moment. A Black Ops blade removes the reason the moment would have happened. Codex shows this doctrine clearly. 10 hours before the initial takeover, roughly 60 true Dravorn Black Ops individuals were already active across the planet. Not for a long hidden quest, not for a months of secret occupation. That was the immediate pre-takeover window, final positioning, assessment, target confirmation, and violence prevention before the Dravorn revealed themselves openly. Their task was to find people, places, and structures most likely to become violent problems once the Dravorn appeared. Violent nobles, household commanders, private execution cadres, food hoarding authorities, priests wiping crowds into terror, and officers preparing retaliation. People were People likely to use civilians and as shield. People likely to massacre servants, farmers, witnesses, or children rather than lose control. And Dravorn did not begin with symbols of rule. They began with the hungry. The assessment identified where malnourished people were concentrated, which villagers were closest to collapse, which granaries were full, which estates were hoarding food, which food lines had to begin first, and where the delay would cost civilian lives before politics even began. That is Black Ops at their most Dravorn. Not conquest, but prevention. Alongside them, roughly 30 cloaked guardians were positioned on standby in selected danger zone. I will introduce those guardians in future video. They were not introduced everywhere, only where violence was most likely to spill into civilian harm. Their command was simple: if violence begins, disarm. If disarmament fails, suppress. If there is no option, put the individual down and shield the surrounding areas so civilians do not come to harm. Those guardians were backed by 1 to 3 Black Ops teams, depending on the local severity. The guardian might stop the visible officer. The Black Ops team removes the messenger route behind him. The guardian shields the food line. The Black Ops secure the granary before it can be burned. The guardian disarms the noble heir's bodyguard. The Black Ops neutralize the estate command room before it orders servants' execution. That is the distinction. Guardians are the shield where civilians can see consequence. Black Ops are the shadow cutting the wires before the room catches fire, and then after the hard edge passes. Codex does not first see more soldiers. It sees farmers. It sees food, soup, wagons, tools, laughter, and muddy boots, as farmers are. That is why Black Ops matter to the Dravorn story. They are indeed terrifying, but they are not to the point. The point is what their silence makes possible. They prevent massacre so the farmers can arrive. They remove the hidden knife so the children can eat. They cut the command chain so the village does not become a battlefield. They vanish so ordinary life can take the stage. Dravorn Black Ops are not faction being edgy. They are the price of preventing preventable death in a galaxy that usually waits until the screaming starts. They are not planet clearing armies. They are not rulers in the dark. They are but shadows before the blade is admitted to exist. And when the work is done correctly, most people never learn how close the first fire came. I hope you enjoyed this introduction. As you can see, they are not in thousands, in millions, but they are only few of them. Yes, they are highly terrifying and effective. I hope you enjoyed this introduction and see ya in the next one. Subscribe and have a good day. Thanks.